2023 has unfortunately seen some well-loved and well-known people pass on. Although no one lives forever, it's always devastating to hear that someone you've always kept up with is no longer around. Today we're going to pay tribute to a few figures that left an impact on us by counting down the top 10 biggest celebrities that passed away in 2023. Coming in at number 10 is Lisa Marie Presley. The beloved only daughter of Elvis and Priscilla Presley was in the spotlight for her entire life, even before she was born, which comes with being the daughter of the biggest celebrity at the time. Her fame followed her into adulthood, eventually leading to her marriage with Michael Jackson, briefly making them the most famous couple in the world until their split in 1996. Before Jackson, she married Danny Kauf when she was 20, having 2 children with the musician. In the footsteps of her father, she entered the music industry, releasing 3 albums, including singles, where she performed duets with her late father. Her last public appearance was on January 10th at the 80th Golden Globes, where a biopic of her father, Baz Luhrmann's Elvis, was nominated for 3 awards, and Austin Butler's performance as Elvis Presley won Best Performance by the Actor in a Drama. Just 2 days later, Presley passed away after experiencing cardiac arrest at her Calabasas home. At number 9 is Angus Cloud. Earlier this week, Angus Cloud, full name Connor Angus Cloud Hickey, tragically passed away at the age of 25. He was well known for his lovable role as Fezco on Euphoria, as well as smaller roles in the independent films North Hollywood in 2021, The Line in 2023, and he's also set to posthumously star in the film Freaky Tales. His untimely passing came as a shock to fans, many not believing the news to be real when they first heard about it. He had just buried his father Connor, and the passing of Angus's father began a profoundly challenging period for the actor. Not only is the emotional toll of losing a loved one, especially a close family member, incredibly significant, but Angus was always very open about the fact that he considered his father to be his best friend. Cloud's family has described the grief and heartache that Angus went through during this time to be extremely complex and immense. Despite the intense grief, his support system around him aided him in finding strength and resilience. No cause of his passing has been made public, but his family released a statement that said, "We hope the world remembers him for his humor, laughter, and love for everyone. The only comfort we have is knowing that Angus is reunited with his dad, who was his best friend." At number 8 is Harry Belafonte. The singer-songwriter, actor, and activist Belafonte was admired by millions of fans for many reasons. Along with winning many Emmy, Tony, and Grammy Awards, he also fought for civil rights alongside his late friends Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and Sidney Poitier. His claim to fame came in 1954 as he landed the role Joe in Carmen Jones, which went on to be Oscar nominated. He then trailblazed a career in music with his 1956 album Calypso, selling millions of copies. In the decades that followed, he starred in movies like Buck and the Preacher in 1972 and Uptown Saturday Night in 1974. He also went out to march with MLK and speak about the apartheid in South Africa. Belafonte died on April 25th from congestive heart failure, and Jump in the Line is still a song that's always on repeat for me personally. At number 7 is Tony Bennet. Full name Anthony Dominic Benedetto was a timeless crooner who had millions of devoted fans. His career launched to superstardom during his 1950s tour alongside Bob Hope. His first hit was Because of You, and followed with another huge hit not long after entitled I Left My Heart in San Francisco. Bennet would go on to win 18 Grammys. However, in the 70s, he dealt with what he described as the darkest period of his life while battling addiction and financial troubles, which he revealed in his 2011 autobiography entitled All the Things You Are, The Life of Tony. He finally got back on his feet in the 90s when he did an unplugged performance for MTV, and this led to a new generation of fans, and countless performers wanted to duet with him, including Red Hot Chili Peppers, Amy Winehouse, Christina Aguilera, and Lady Gaga. In 2014, Bennet and Gaga recorded a joint studio album, Cheek to Cheek, which debuted as #1 on the Billboard 200 chart and is absolutely fantastic. Bennet passed away recently on July 21st after a battle with Alzheimer's disease. At number 6 is Sinead O'Connor. One of the most influential female performers of the 20th century, Sinead O'Connor passed away at the devastating age of 56 earlier this month. O'Connor's death has not yet been reported, but a statement by the singer's family said, "It is with great sadness that we announce the passing of our beloved Sinead. Her family and friends are devastated and have requested privacy at this very difficult time, and she is survived by her 3 children." O'Connor converted to Islam in 2018 and changed her name to Shahada Sadaqat, though continued to perform under the stage name Sinead O'Connor. The news of Sadaqat's death comes at an incredibly tragic time, as earlier this month, the singer wrote on her Facebook page that she was finishing an album set to be released next year, and she also shared plans to tour in Australia and New Zealand in 2024, in Europe and the United States in 2025. Sadaqat released 10 studio albums, while her song Nothing Compares to You was named the #1 world single in 1990 by Billboard Music Awards. Her career was as prolific as it was long, taking to music at just 15, recording a 4-song demo, and finding early success with the 1987 release of her debut album The Lion and the Cobra. The album achieved gold status and earned her a Grammy nomination for Best Female Vocal Rock Performance performance. She managed to break into mainstream international acclaim with the release of her second album, I Do Not Want What I Haven't Got, and the album earned a Grammy nomination for Record of the Year, as well as another Best Female Rock Performance, and also going on to win a Grammy for Best Alternative Music Performance. Sadakit definitely earned her stripes in being defined as controversial, as in 1993, Sadakit ripped a picture of the Pope into pieces while singing Bob Marley's War on Saturday Night Live as a protest against the abuse within the church, well before her time, which led to NBC receiving over 4,000 complaint calls. Sadakit will always be remembered as an incredibly positive force in the industry, serving as an influence to many other powerful female performers. At our halfway point, we have Paul Reubens. Revered 1980s child performer Paul Reubens, better known as Pee Wee Herman, was widely recognized for his gray suit and red bow tie, alongside his weird voice and even weirder antics. The alter ego went on to star in Tim Burton's 1985 hit movie Pee Wee's Big Adventure, and then the TV show Pee Wee's Playhouse, which ran on Saturday mornings from 1986 to 1990. While taking a hiatus from the character, he was arrested for indecent exposure in an adult theater in Sarasota, Florida in 1991. Instantly, Reubens became a punchline on late night shows, and the Pee Wee character was for the most part forgotten. Reubens then went on to portray himself instead of the character in movies like 1999's Mystery Men and 2001's Blow. Reubens reprised the character on Broadway for 2010's The Pee Wee Herman Show and the 2016 Netflix movie Pee Wee's Big Holiday. Reubens died on July 30th after having battled cancer privately for years. At number 4 is Jerry Springer, one of the most controversial and cherished talk show hosts of all time, passed away this April peacefully in his home in suburban Chicago. His career began in politics, serving as the mayor of Cincinnati from 1977 to 1978. He retired from public servantry and moved to entertainment, beginning his titular show in 1991, which ran for 27 seasons. By the time the decade was over, the show was a sensation and was even beating the Oprah Winfrey Show in ratings thanks to its taboo topics, outlandish guests, and the audience's love for Springer. His show featured people who didn't like each other, and sometimes it was for domestic reasons, sometimes it was just a friend at odd, which often led to physical altercations right on stage. Mr. Springer gave us some pretty iconic TV in his day. Coming in at number 3 is Tina Turner. The woman who's fondly remembered as the queen of rock and roll for many was for decades a force in the music world due to her powerful voice and energizing performances. She began her career alongside her ex-husband Ike Turner in the 1950s, and their union ended in many nightmare abuse charges, which led to her historic comeback in the 1980s and made her one of the biggest performers in the world. She went on to star in movies such as Tommy, Mad Max, and a hit movie made about her entitled What's Love Got to Do With It. Turner was truly a legend in the entertainment world, being one of the best-selling artists of all time with 12 Grammys, a member of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and is the first black and female artist to be on the cover of Rolling Stone. Her hits such as Private Dancer, Better Be Good to Me, Proud Mary, What's Love Got to Do With It, and a James Bond song called Goldeneye will live on forever in our collective memory. Turner passed away on May 24th with no cause given. Our runner-up is Alan Arkin. With a career that spanned decades, was prolific as it was impressive. The work of Alan Arkin will be remembered forever, with his infamous Brooklyn accent being a hard one to miss. He made his Broadway debut as David Kolowitz in Enter Laughing, earning his first ever Tony Award for Best Featured Actor in a Play in 1963. Afterwards, Arkin decided to move out of Hollywood and found instant success in multiple movies. He was awarded his first Oscar nomination for his leading role in the Norman Jewison 1966 war satire The Russians Are Coming, The Russians Are Coming, and went on to earn additional Academy Award nominations for his role in The Heart is a Lonely Hunter and Argo. He won an Oscar for his role as Edwin Hoover in Little Miss Sunshine, the 2006 critically acclaimed dramedy. He's also a 6-time Primetime Emmy nominee, more recently for his supporting role as Norman Newlander on The Kaminsky Method. He died on June 29th at his home in Carlsbad, California. No cause was given. Our number 1 spot goes to Lola Chantrell Mitchell, otherwise known as her stage name Gangsta Boo, the Memphis rapper and former member of the underground rap group 3 6 Mafia, which she joined as a teenager, who, as Gangsta Boo, helped define southern rap with her confident flows and forged a path for many other female artists. She passed away in January in Memphis at the tragic age of 43. The rapper defined and established herself in the southern rap scene with her clever lyrics that could be flirtatious and playful or forceful and proud. The 3 6 Mafia would go on to become one of the most influential of its era. Her cause of death was an accidental overdose at her home, and when this news became public, DJ Paul and Juicy J, her former bandmates, shared tributes to her. DJ Paul shared a captionless photo of the late rapper while Juicy J posted a snapshot of the pair accompanied by a broken heart emoji, with the caption, "Man, we were just together 3 weeks ago." Lil Jon went on to comment on DJ Paul's post, writing, "Rest well, Queen." And that is our top 10 list of the biggest celebrities that passed away in 2023. Thanks so much for watching. My condolences go out to all the loved ones of the people mentioned in this Inform Overload video. Let me know if I forgot anyone in the comments below, and I will see you guys in the next one.